Please welcome Jesse Gallegos.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well, and it's an honor to be here. When I looked at the schedule and I saw that Richard put me at the end, I said, oh, God, I have to follow all these great VPs in front of me. I'm not singing, so you don't want to hear me sing. I am from Texas. I am from the southernmost tip of Texas. I'm from Harlingen, Harlingn, not Arlington, because they'll say, you're from Harlingen. Arlington, no, Harlingen. It's right between Brownsville and McAllen, so if you're familiar with that area. So I'd like to begin and let you know about the committee members I have. Heidi McKay, she's from Monterey Peninsula in California. Gary Feebach from Wichita, Kansas, and Chuck Lynch, Louisville, Kentucky. And we have our meetings the first Wednesday of the odd-numbered months. When I first wrote that, I said, first Wednesday of the odd months. Okay, that doesn't sound right. So the odd-numbered months, right? And Dr. Ann and I share the same months. So a couple of things I want to talk to you about this afternoon. We are going to start a social media contest. We already have the newsletter contest, and I'm going to share those winners tomorrow at the luncheon. But Greg Schweitz has said, hey, why don't you do a social media contest? Hey, that's cool, right? Let's work on that. So what we're going to focus on is going to be websites, and there's some great websites out there. All you have to do is Google Serra Club of, and then they just start popping up, right? We're also going to look at the Facebook and the Instagram pages. There's some really great ones out there. And I do have a draft of the rules and guidelines that I'm basing it off the manual that we actually have, but those are pending. I want the committee to take a look at it, get a couple of experts to look at it, kind of refine it, and so that we can have something in place and ready to go. So look forward to that. And finally, I'm going to take a little bit of my time on this one, and as Richard mentioned earlier about the cultural ambassador, and actually the grant that was written and through a committee that included Maury and Mike Downey, we completed this grant, and we called it the Serra Hispanic Ambassador Pilot Project, and we're able to get the $5,000. Dr. Ang took most of it. She got $10,000, which is cool. But we'll take $5,000. We're good with that. So what I'm going to talk to you and show you is what the actual grant had, okay? So it's a lot of words, and, just be patient. I'm just kind of summarize as we go. So I'm going to talk about the rationale, the goals, the action plan, and the evaluation. And then the committee that we're going to form to get this off the ground, so. You're all going to have a lot of questions. Just be patient, okay? I mean, we've already had a lot of discussion at the board meeting about it, and like Richard says, come find me. I'll see if I'll be hiding somewhere. I don't know. I'm kidding. Just kidding. All right. So the rationale. So we listened to Father Ballman this afternoon. He gave us some very compelling points, didn't he, about the Hispanics and how many are in the seminary and how many are in the 2021 class, and the 18% is amazing. But what we see is that in the actual priests, there's about 5% that are representing almost half of the Hispanic population, of the Catholic population. So that was a rationale as to why we were looking into this program. So the goals is what we're looking for is 2 well-connected individuals in your clubs, and those individuals that are connected to the local Hispanic Catholic community. And there's a lot of big Hispanic Catholic communities in the country, right? And these are the kinds of research we're going to have to do. And so if you know or you live in one or you have a big, high Catholic community, I'd like to talk to you about that. But we also want to increase awareness for the need for more Hispanic vocations. We want to increase awareness for the Serra's mission. And all of this is connected to the local Hispanic communities, okay? But the ultimate goal for us is to increase what? Prayers, praying for vocations. We want to get to these communities so they can begin praying about and for vocations. So that's really the ultimate goal. Is it about membership? No, not really. Can it be? Of course, right? If you get some that want to join, I mean, that would be wonderful. So the action plan, from January to July, it's just an announcing it, promoting it, and that's why I brought it up today, because this is part of the action plan. And then by June 30th, we're going to ask the clubs to go ahead and find those 2 well-connected ambassadors. And in July, then their dues are going to be assisted, what's the word, supplemented? Anyway, we're going to reduce the dues for these ambassadors by $20, but the grant is going to make up for those $20. Does that make sense? So in that 6 months, if they pay that 40 some odd dollars, it's going to reduce by 20, and then the grant will provide that extra 20 for the clubs, for 2 people per club. And it'll be a first come, first serve. If we run out of money, we run out of money, right? And I tell them, like in our area, the Rio Grande Valley, we're primarily Hispanic, 89, 90% Hispanic, right? So this kind of outreach doesn't really apply to us. So that begs the question, well, what about the others, right? What about the other ethnicity and race cultures that we have? And we have a high Filipino community in our area. So that'll work for them. But we're going to focus on the Hispanics because that's what the grant was about. But we're certainly not going to neglect or ignore the others, right? We still have to work with them. So how are we going to evaluate this? Well, clearly the number of new ambassadors that joined Serra clubs, right? The number of clubs that had new Serra ambassadors join, and then we'll generate some reports to see how things are going for us. So again, if you have any people you know that are well connected in Hispanic communities, I'd like to talk to you and get a feel for that so we can begin this project here. So I think it's going to be a worthwhile. Like I said, we are going to have a committee. We're going to start vetting this out, creating the guidelines and the plan and how to implement this. So how do I do, Richard? Well, not too bad, yeah? All right, thank you so much. God bless you.